All right, thank you for joining me for a 90-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 5 rounds of sun salutes to warm up our body, and then we will hop into 26 into yoga. For the sun salutes, you're going to come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together, arms down by your side. I will show you in periphery. If at any point in class something does not feel right for your body, remember that you can modify a posture, you can do something else, or you can skip it entirely. Yoga can be challenging at times, and that's okay, but we're never going to a point of pain, a point where we could cause harm to ourselves or others. Just let this be some time just to get to know yourself a little bit better, to love on yourself, to enjoy your own company. Okay, so we're going to start with 2 rounds of half sun salutes and then flow into full sun salutes. If the half sun salutes are speaking to you, keep doing those. Half sun salutes are particularly good for folks with wrist, elbow, or shoulder injuries. Okay. Here we go. Bring your hands together at heart center. I've said enough. And begin. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale through your nose. Bend your knees, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, look forward and lengthen into a halfway lift, back flat. Exhale, bend your knees and fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, reach to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Let's do one more half sun salute. Inhale, lift your arms, look up as if you're saluting the sun. Exhale, fold, going down with a flat back, chin away from your chest. Once your hands touch the floor, relax your head. Inhale, look forward, lengthen back into a nice long spine. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale as you fold. Again, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, chin away from your chest, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. We'll flow into full sun salutes. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in, lean forward and lower down halfway. Inhale, push up into a back bend. You can do up dog with arms straight and thighs on the floor, or cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees, take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. Ooh, that feels good. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, root to rise, coming up with a flat back, look up. Exhale, hands down. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Slowly exhale, fold. Make your exhales longer than your inhales. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop, and we'll hold here for a moment. If that lowering down motion does not work for you, skip it. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, lean forward, hug your elbows in and lower down. Inhale, come up into your back bend, keep the chest up. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog or sink your hips down for child's pose. Either way, keep your arms long, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, the space between your index finger and thumb, so you're not putting all of your body weight on your wrists. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Last one. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Last down dog. If you're doing it, try to get your heels to the floor. If your heels don't naturally touch the floor, you can try taking a wider stance. If you have tight hamstrings, you can micro bend your knees to take weight away from the backs of the legs. Otherwise, press your thighs back, push the floor away from you, make a V shape with your body. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So hopefully that got your blood flowing. We will now hop into 26 into yoga, beginning with 2 sets of pranayama, deep breathing. Come to the middle of your mat with your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA sound. Look back. Arms forward. Elbows touch. Good. Inhale. Elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep. Full lungs. Exhale. Head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Sorry, arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down, breathe in through your nose, down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide like you're fogging up and you're on the ceiling. Look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, thighs tight, glutes tight, lock your legs. Exhale, head up, weight stays in the heels, hips a little forward, squeeze inner thighs together, look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. As you inhale, suck your stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up. Even as you exhale, stomach in, shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, keep your elbows lifted, bring your arms out to the side, chin comes down, elbows lift up, you look straight ahead. Exhale, head up. Keep the elbows lifted so they never dip below heart level. Look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale, elbows out and arms up. Bring your chin down. Palms face the floor. Wrists straight, forearms straight in the face. Exhale, head up. Use your knuckles to push your head back. Make a fist, squeeze your palms together. Wrists together, forearms, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down, last breath in the first set, deepest breath so far, spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller, suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time, eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in, keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butts. Pull your abdomen in, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly tilt your head back. Stretch your arms forward. Keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Elbows touch. 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize your breath with your body movements. Elbows touch, lungs empty. Inhale, I'll do a few with you. Full lungs. Exhale, head up. Elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Exhale, head up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Use your eyes to trace an arc along the ceiling. Inhale. Bringing the mind towards the body, towards the breath. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, head down, last breath, second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself, take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up, take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Change, arms down. I'm gonna break a rule and grab a sip of water here. I have a little froggy in my throat. All right, okay, we will continue. Ardha Chandrasana with Tadasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head, sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight white knuckle grip, stretch up out of your waist, and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. So your hips, pelvis, chest, rib cage, everything flat to the wall in front of you. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right without bending your elbows, without bending your knees. Continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember that it's the first posture of the day and there's no rush. Know where you have to be. Nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little forward, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip a little forward to get your two hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, inhale, big stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Still breathing in and out through your nose. You're gonna breathe through your nose through the rest of class. Keep the weight in your heels, contract your quadricep muscles. So think about lifting your kneecaps. Squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze your glutes, and engage your lower abdominal wall. So depending on how high your pants are, think about pulling up from the space between like low-waisted shorts and belly button, right? You want to pull up here and then lift your chin and chest, press your biceps into your ears, use your grip strength, squeeze your palms together and look straight ahead. Push your right hip a little forward, two hips in line, left shoulder a little forward, two shoulders in line. So the ribs and the pelvis and the hips and the armpits, everything stays flat. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day, you can take it easy. Keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Keep the weight in your heels, lock your legs, inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, big stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold hands to floor, relax your head, let your head hang heavy. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Tadasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. You're never forcing your body, especially at the top of class, but think about touching stomach to thighs, chest to knees, eventually face to the shins, below the knees, no room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, chin away from your chest, arms with your ears, knees can bend, you want to lift up with a flat back. Arms down, maybe stand a little taller. Okay, second set, feet together, arms overhead sideways, palms together, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Hips forward, arms back, squeeze your palms together, wrists straight, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the right as you press your hips to the left. So one of the things that I really love about this style of yoga is that there's two sets, right? So in the first set, it's kind of diagnostic. You're figuring out how your body's working today. And in the second set, you can like adjust accordingly. So maybe in the second set, you go a little deeper, or maybe in the second set, you just focus on your breath. There's truly no right or wrong answer. And when you have a consistent yoga practice, right, the world is your oyster, you're going to do this again. So there's nothing that has to be accomplished today, right? All you have to do is breathe through your nose. And that is a beautiful gift that you've given yourself. Use your right hand to pull your left hand to the top right corner of the room. Push your left heel into the floor. Push your right heel into the floor. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. Hips forward, arms back. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Mouth closed, eyes open, focus forward. If your eyes are wandering, your mind is wandering, let this be some time just for you. Notice if the weight is creeping into your toes. Bring the weight back into your heels. Notice if you're leaning forward. Push your hips forward, upper body back. Keep your arms with your ears. Push your right hip a little forward, two hips in line. Left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener. Keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. So whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching. Notice if your knees or elbows are bending. Push your heels down, lock your legs, squeeze your palms together, push your hands back, lock your arms, keep your eyes open, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, lengthen at the top, stretch up, and then exhale, fold. Arms to your ears, hands to floor, relax your head, go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set and what's still a little tight or tender. There's no right or wrong. A lot of yoga is just an opportunity to check in with yourself in body, mind, and spirit, remembering that every day is different, and that is a gift. Tadasana, hands to feet, post, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Notice how your hands kind of perfectly cup your heels, right? Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Try to wrap your elbows back, touch elbows together behind you, stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face to the shins, eyes open, mouth closed, stomach in. Keep pulling, keep stretching, keep breathing. There's not a lot of pulling motions in yoga, so you want to do them when you can. Pull on your heels using your bicep strength, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your legs. Good, change, come up, biceps with ears, chin away from the chest, lift up from the ribs. Good, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches hip width distance, insides of your feet parallel, arms up parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers. So keep your fingers in line with your collarbones. They're not too high up or too far out or anything like that. Reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat, spine straight, all of the weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Suck it in, hold it in tight. Bring a little bit more weight back into your heels. Now lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back. Change, inhale to come up. Keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward. Spread your toes wide. Come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. Notice if your knees go out or in. You're going to point your toes forward, lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees, thighs together, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body, stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down until there's a 1/2 inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight from the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, knees together, Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Go again, step your right foot to the right, same footprint, hip width distance, not too big of a step. Keep the insides of your feet parallel. Arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, fingertips active. Reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat, weight in the heels, spine straight, stomach in. Start to lift your upper body off of your lower body. Remember that your arms are your counterbalance, so you're simultaneously reaching your arms forward, dropping your shoulders down, and leaning back. Lift your chin up, chest up. Change, come on up, keep your arms there, push your hips forward. So rather than sticking your butt out here, you're gonna tuck your tailbone under, spread your toes wide, lift your heels up. Concentrate, meditate, don't even blink your eyes, stretch as high as you can, and then bend your knees and sit down. Keep lifting the heels a little higher. Tilt your tailbone forward, pelvis forward, hips a little lower, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, last part, still breathing, squeeze your knees together, re-engage your triceps, squeeze inner thighs, lift your heels, and slowly sit down. The slower you do, the better you do. Like an elevator ride, as you get to the ground floor, you slow down even more. So notice if you're sitting all the way down, try to lift your hips up a little bit, pull your abdomen in, stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling, and change. Slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Good for you. Eagle pose, Sharasana. We're gonna do the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, swing right arm under left arm, right elbow under left elbow. And if you want, you can interlace your fingers and kind of move the wrists back and forth, working out the wrists. And then try to get fingertips in line, thumbs towards your face, pinkies away from your face. And you can also keep the fingers interlaced. You can grab a thumb or you can grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Great. Now notice if your hands are to the left of your face. Bring your hands to the right, back to center, drop your left shoulder down. Okay, bend your knees, sit down into a chair. Keep your hips low, just like the first part of awkward pose. Stay down there. Shift your weight to your left leg, lift your chest, and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Right leg over left leg, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes. Sit down a little lower, pull your elbows down, upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, big stretch up. And swing your left arm under your right arm. Left under right, again, you can work out the wrists. On this side, notice if your hands are going to the right of your face. Bring your hands back to center, drop your right shoulder down, bend your knees, sit down, keep your hips low, lift your chest, and bring your left leg over your right leg, left over right, cross twist, and eventually wrap your foot. This side might feel different from the other side. It does for me, and that's okay. We're not symmetrical. Becoming a little bit more symmetrical, right? Working on both strength and balance. Those are lovely byproducts to a yoga practice, but the real goal here is self-realization, getting to know yourself a little bit better, enjoying your own company, loving on yourself. Bring your knees a little to the left, upper body to the right. You want wrists, elbows, knees, and ankles all in one line. Bring the weight back into your heel, sit down, and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, right in the second set. Swing right arm under left arm, think bicep under tricep. Pull elbows down, one day fingers go below the nose. Bend your knees, sit down. Try to keep your hips low. Lift your chest and bring right leg over left leg. Think hamstring over quadricep. If your foot is wrapping, try to eliminate the gap between your right ankle and left calf muscle. Move your left hip a little forward and right shoulder a little forward. So elbows are over knees, hips and shoulders point forward. Bring the weight back into your heel. Sit down more. You can stick your butt out to sit down and then lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Last one, here we go. Bring your left arm under your right arm. Pull elbows down. Try to keep your thumbs in the center line of your body. Bend your knees, sit down. Keep your hips low. Lift your chest and bring left leg over right leg. Cross twist, breathe. So on this side, right hip a little forward, left shoulder a little forward. Now bring your right knee to your right, left knee to left. Push the top leg into the bottom leg. Bring right elbow to right, Left elbow to left, push palms together. Feel deep compression running down the center line of your body among all your major joints. Sit down and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, arms down. Party time, you can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. So this is our only official water break in class, but you can drink water whenever you see fit. So, normally in class, you're like, especially in hot rooms, they recommend that you don't drink water until this moment. But like earlier, I drank a sip of water because I had like something in my throat. And just keep in mind that well, like rules or guidelines in yoga are usually there for a reason, right? I wouldn't ask you to do something that I wouldn't do myself. At the same time, sometimes you got to break those rules or those norms or those, whatever those things are, right? So for example, if you have a tickle in your throat and it's not an opportune time to drink water, you can still drink water, right? When you need to, okay? So just keep that in mind throughout your practice, right? It's your practice, yours to have. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janu Sharasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, pull your abdomen in. Lift your right leg up, can point your toes, flex your toes. Notice the difference, keep your toes flexed back towards your face the whole time. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, round down, and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamppost, unbroken, you have no knee. You have an option to stay here, or if you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower. Standing leg locked. Take a breath, kick your heel forward, flex your toes back, you're training your Achilles to stretch. The standing leg is bending, posture hasn't started. If both legs lock, from the side legs make an upside down L like Linda, then bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day, elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Arms straight, bend the right leg, right foot down. Shift your weight to your right leg so your big toe points forward. Inside of your right foot should run parallel to your mat. Contract your inner thigh, outer thigh. Use your quadricep muscles, lift your kneecap up. Use gluteus maximus and minimus. So make sure you're using your side seat, all of the muscles that surround the hips, right? Pull the abdomen in. Lift your left leg up, so lots of muscle contraction. Flex your toes back, keep the stomach in as you round down and pick up your left foot. This is the first of 3 head to knee Janu Sharasana postures. It's a compression posture. When you round forward, you start to compress and squeeze your abdominal wall. You have an option to stay here, or when you're ready, lift your left leg up. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back, breathe through your nose. And by the way, this is also a really good place to be. This is actually staying lifted like this is a move that's done in physical therapy to strengthen all the muscles around the pelvis, right? If you're kicking forward, really kick forward, flex your toes back. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching feeling on the backs of both legs, maybe even a cramp on the top of your thigh. Then bend elbows down. Notice if the elbows are going out and the shoulders are tensing up. Bring the elbows in, roll the shoulders back and down, chest down. One day, elbows go below the calf muscles. Change, arms straight, bend the left leg, left foot down, and put your hands on your back and do a little back bend or knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg. Lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, stomach in. Option to stay here or start to round down and eventually pick up your right foot. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, lock your arms, puff up your chest so you feel your spine lengthen, and then bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. You've got to bring the hip and heel forward to touch the knee and head together for 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you slowly reverse out, step by step. Good for you. Last one, still breathing. Lift your left leg up, flex your toes back. Try to even out your hips. Pull your abdomen in, stretch up, round down, pick up your left foot. So lock your right leg, suck your stomach in, flex your toes back, relax your face, and when you're ready, lift your left leg up. If both legs lock, lock your arms, pop up your chest, and then bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck chin to chest. Keep your big toe on the floor. Touch your forehead to your knee. Lock your knee. Lock your knee. Lock your knee. Whenever you're ready, reverse out, take your time. Good for you. Okay, standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana, feet together, bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling, bring your hand out to the right, give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger, bring your left arm up and back with your ear, and then try to bring your knees together to start, so even out your hips. Lock your left leg, point your right toes. Option to stay here, this is a great place to be. When you're ready, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Take your time. At first, just find a place where you can balance, breathe, and back bend. And sometimes that's the setup, like what I'm demonstrating here. When you're ready, you're gonna start to come down. Keep your chin and chest lifted, but bring the abdomen parallel to the floor. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line, kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade, scapula stretching away from the body. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick really hard, keep kicking, keep stretching, keep breathing. Body down more, leg up more. Charge your body forward, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up, feet together, arms down, take a breath, inhale, exhale. Other side, bring your left hand up, out to the left, so you're already feeling that shoulder rotate out. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger, bring your right arm up and back, knees together to start. So left hip a little forward and down. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, lock your right leg, point your left toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch out, and slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously, charge your body forward. All 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, palm of your right hand faces the floor. Get your right arm exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg locked. Notice if your left hip is lifting way up, you want to drop the left hip down, slide the right shoulder forward, and breathe through the nose. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Keep your chin and chest lifted, mouth closed, jaw relaxed, still breathing through the nose. Start to come down a little bit more, parallel to the floor. Body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, touch your shoulder to your chin, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. So always returning to that breath, even when the heart rate is a little intense, right? Okay, second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle, thumb with your index finger. So a lot of us have tension in the shoulder and chest. This posture is really good for stretching out that part of the body. Bring your left arm up, knees together to start. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. Keep the right hip down, left hip back, maybe right ear down a little bit, keep your head on straight. Slide the left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, feel the chest opening up, but the hips stay neutral. Lock your left leg, point your right toes. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Last one, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, thumb with your index finger, bring your right arm up, maybe arm behind the ear flap, knees together. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, lift your chin, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. I have like a pain in my elbow right now, and I was like, what did I do to my elbow? Like, did I like strain it doing a push-up? And then I'm like, nope, I definitely hit my elbow on a wall yesterday. Drop your left hip down, Bring your right hip back, breathe through your nose. So there's different types of pain in the body, right? Lock your right leg, point your left toes, body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly with control, kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. So whenever you're dealing with an illness or an injury, first of all, remember that it's temporary. And also remember that different types of injuries need different types of ways to address them. So if you have a bruise on your elbow, for example, you're just going to let it heal, versus if you have a strained elbow, right, you might want to do something different, versus if you have an arthritic elbow joint, you might want to work through that tightness. So different types of injuries, illnesses, pains want different types of responses to them, right? Okay, come to the back of your mat, Tadasana, balancing stick, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. This posture is supposed to be really good for you if you have a cold, because it flushes everything out. Lean back, step your right foot forward, gets the heart rate going, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch, and when you're ready, come down. None of us have had colds for 2 years, I know, but if you do have one, this is your posture. Slowly bring your body down and your leg up. So the more the heart muscle comes down parallel to the floor, the more it has to work. Bring your body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, stretch, 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 change. Left foot down, right foot back, stomach in, stretch up, step your left foot forward, shift your weight to your left foot, stretch, and when you're ready, come down like a slow moving seesaw. Eventually body makes a T like Tom, but not a broken umbrella. Keep your arms with your ears, right hip down, 2 hips in line, body down, leg up, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath. Go again, second set, arms up, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch, and when you're ready, come down. So notice if the left hip is lifting up, you want to drop the left hip down, spiral the inner left thigh up, pull the abdomen in, squeeze your palms together, charge your body forward, stretch, change, left foot down, right foot back, lean back, step your left foot forward, stretch up, and when you're ready, come down. Every muscle in your body contracting, but your face stays relaxed. Engage your lower abdominal wall. Use your side torso, oblique muscles, spine muscles, arm and leg muscles, glutes, body down, leg up, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. And enough of that. Come to the top of your mat. You can face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will face you. Standing, separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Vikaptapada, Paschimottanasana. Wonderful opportunity to stretch, breathe, and hang out. Inhale, arms overhead, big stretch up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Nice big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Beautiful. If your knees start to bend, put your hands on the floor in front of you. Walk your hands forward, lean forward, lift your hips up, push your knees back. Lock your legs. Once the legs are straight, see if you can grab the outsides of your feet or eventually your heels from behind. And again, this is one of those rare opportunities to pull in yoga. So if it feels good, pull on your heels. Never forcing the body, but pull on your heels. And then let's play around with your edge. Roll forward, find your edge. You want hips over your knees, push your knees back, lock your legs, breathe. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine stretching, whole body stretching. 3, 60-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead. Touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time. Very nice. Step your right foot back to the place, arms up, and slowly arms down. So yoga is about, for me at least, it's about safely over time, ever so slightly expanding your comfort zone. So think about the first time you came into class and you did a back bend, right? You're probably like, that is terrifying. And now you go back all the way. Or the first time you did this posture and you heard you roll forward, you're like, I'm going to topple forward, right? But now you lean forward a little bit more. So you're just slowly over time, playing around with whatever your edge is in a posture, maybe just going just a little deeper. Second set, arms overhead sideways, step your right foot to the right, big step, lock your legs, lift your chest and go down. So keep the weight in your toes all the way down, legs locked. Grab your heels from behind, bend your elbows back. So I've actually only ever seen 2 people roll forward out of this posture, and both of them came up smiling and laughing. I'm not suggesting that you push yourself to that point, but I'm just saying it's not as common as one thinks. Pull on your heels,
roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up. But if you are pregnant, this is not a time to play around with your edge because your center of gravity is different, right? So if you are pregnant, ignore that statement. Bend your elbows back, elbows to calf, shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine. So roll forward a little bit more, finding that edge, lift your hips up, push your knees back, keep pulling, keep stretching, touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Awesome, change, slowly come up, take your time. Step your right foot back to the place, arms up, and slowly arms down. This is another great opportunity to drink water. If you were ever wondering what other times in class are good to drink water before triangle. Okay, triangle, Trichonasana. This is actually another one where if you're pregnant, again, center of gravity can make it a little hard to balance here. So you're welcome to have like a wall or couch nearby. Triangle, inhale, arms overhead, big stretch up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in a little bit, make sure 2 heels in line, not crisscross, that'll make it extra hard to balance. Inhale, bend your right leg and lunge, bounce a couple times to warm up your hips and knees, sit down low, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. So if your right thigh bicep is parallel to the floor, elbow in front of the knee. But if your right thigh is not parallel to the floor, maybe just the wrist in front of the knee, you don't want to come all the way down and collapse, but you don't want to stay all the way lifted either, right? You want a nice long 45-degree angle from your ankle to the crown of your head. Use your right side obliques to stay lifted. Pull your abdomen in, look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, breathe through your nose. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Now turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg. Right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your 2 heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. You can bounce a couple times. Taking a wider or shorter step might help you to sit down more, lean back, and move your arms. So eventually, if your left thigh is parallel to the floor, then elbow in front of the knee. Cover your fingertips between your big and second toe, but don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. You're stronger than that. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder. Remember that a little bit goes a long way. Reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, bend your left knee, sink your right hip down. Now bring your left rib cage forward, right rib cage back. Open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Lock your right leg, keep your whole right foot, even the outside edge of your right foot, your pinky toe, flat on the floor without grabbing the floor with your toes. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, and slowly with control, arms down. Wonderful. So remember that we have 2 sets for a reason. If first set did not feel so good, maybe do a little less. If first set, when you heard change, you're like, I was just getting into it. Maybe go a little deeper in the second set. Arms overhead sideways. Step your right foot to the right. Nice grand step. Push your hips forward. Lean back, opening through the chest, the pelvis. Turn your right foot out. Left toes in. Bend your right leg. Sit down. Lean back. And move your arms at the same time. Elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingertips between your big and second toe. Again, don't touch the floor. Look up towards the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder. So eventually your thumb and nose are in line. On this side, right rib cage forward. So eventually the profile of your face, your ear, your chest, your palms, everything could be flat to a wall in front of you. Sink your left hip down. Push your right knee back. Stretch the crown of your head up. Turn, twist, lock your left leg. Keep your left foot flat on the floor without grabbing the floor with your toes. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, lunge. Notice if your knee is going to the right of your ankle. If you look down, you want your knee directly over your ankle. You can still see your big toe. Sit down, lean back, and move arms, elbow in front of the knee. Right arm up. If you feel like your feet are sliding apart, try to squeeze your heels back together. Feet stay in place. But that's the inner thigh strength we want to engage. Eventually your 2 hips and knee are in line. So you're going to sink the right hip down, lock the right leg, look up, and really stretch up. Reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, pull your abdomen in, turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture at the end of class. Stomach in. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up. And slowly arms down. Let that one go. Last in the separate leg series, standing separate leg head to knee. Dandayamana, Vikaptapada, Janu Sharasana. Inhale, arms overhead sideways, palms together. Cross your thumbs, full dialogue. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet, at least 36 inches. Pick up your toes, pivot on your heels. If you're facing the long side of your mat, you'll face the back of your mat. Turn your back toes in. Push your left hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times beyond your flexibility. 2 hips in one line, 2 heels in a line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Tuck your chin to your chest and you go down. Round your spine, chin to chest, stomach in. Touch your exactly forehead and knee together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. If your forehead and knee aren't touching, you can take a bigger step. You can bend your front leg. You can push the floor away from you, round your spine, touch your forehead and knee together. However, if this posture does not feel good for your back, don't do it, right? You can flatten out your back so you're not squeezing, compressing the abdominal wall quite so much. Eventually forehead and knee touch, but you're never forcing your body. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, squeeze your left glute, press your left hip forward, full stop at the top. Good, when you're ready, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. I don't know about you, but for me, my feet always get crisscross in transition. Uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, squeeze your right glutes, push your right hip forward, right rib cage forward, use your biceps, push palms together, take a breath, stretch up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, ride your exhale all the way down, chin to chest, stomach in, front side compression. So this is our second of 3 Sharasana head to knee compression postures. We are purposely squeezing, compressing the abdominal wall. And if you have a history of slip discs, or if you're pregnant, doing a flat back version is a little bit safer for the body, right? Otherwise, bend your left leg, touch your forehead and knee together, front side compression, throat choke, jaw relaxed, eyes open, stomach in, breathing normal. Stretch your fingers forward, lift your left hip up, move your right hip forward to get your 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee, lift your kneecaps, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up, last, good. Pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, slowly with control, arms down. Wonderful. Second set, head to knee, Sharasana, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top, step your right foot to the right, nice big step, pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward, right rib cage back, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. So on days where you're dealing with an illness, an injury, or things just aren't quite feeling right, focus on what you can do rather than what you cannot do. It's a much more pleasant and frankly empowering experience, right? So focus on your breath first and foremost. Every time you exhale, pull your abdomen in, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead and knee together, shift your weight to your front foot, right hip up, left hip forward, even out your hips. If your hands have separated, start to walk them back together, maybe thumbs crossed, maybe palms together, not because you have to, but because you can. That is the spirit of this class. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, arms to your ears, head up last. Good. Pick up your toes, pivot on your heels. I'm going to face you for the last one. Uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, move your right hip forward, push palms together, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, right hip forward, chin to chest, stomach in, around your spine, touch your forehead and knee together. So think about bringing your hips towards your ribs, ribs towards your hips, middle spine, belly button, all the way up to the ceiling, chin to chest, but jaw stays relaxed. Notice if your right hip is opening, you want to move the right hip forward and down, squaring off the hip so that both sides of your back round and stretch equally the same. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, go slow. Keep your chin to chest, jaw relaxed, eyes open, head up last. Nice. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Great. Come to the middle of your mat for the hip opening series, starting with tree pose, Tadasana. This posture helps us practice getting into lotus pose one day. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Touch your heel to your costume. Sole the foot flat to ceiling. Hold on to your right foot from underneath the foot with your left hand. Slowly, gently, let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your body. Right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand. Elbows down, stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling, take a breath. Focus on what you can do. All you have to do is breathe. Change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze your right thigh tight, and lift your left leg up. Hold on to your right foot from underneath, from the shoelace part of your foot. Touch your heel to your groin, let your left knee drop into a half lotus shape. One day from the side, two knees in line. So you're simultaneously bringing the knee back and the hip forward to even out the hips. Left hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, right hand, but if your foot falls, hold on to your foot. If you never let go, every once in a while, try letting go and just see where you are. So again, you want to move the left hip a little forward, left knee back, elbows down, spine straight. Think about temporarily eliminating any curvature in your spine. Change, left leg down. You can do a second set of tree. You can also try another fun posture called toe stand, Tadasana. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes, don't even blink. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. So looking to one spot with an unwavering gaze helps with balance, but it also helps with concentration and meditation. Focus. You can bring one or both hands together. From here, start to fold forward. Maybe just angling forward, eventually hands to floor, walk forward. And remember that our comfort zone expands over time. So when you're ready, you're gonna lean forward, lift your heel, and eventually sit down on your heel, little by little. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, elbows down, spine straight. Come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Very nice. Change, right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up. Heel to costume. Let your left knee drop. You can bring one or both hands together. If your foot has a tendency to fall, you can hold on to your foot on the way down too. So looking to the floor where eyes go, body will follow. Slowly start to tilt. Eventually, hands to floor, you're going to lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down on your heel. If you can sit on your heel today and you're not in pain, that hurt my toe, so I'm coming up. If you can sit on your heel and you're not in pain, walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Bring your left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up, straighten your standing leg, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Very nice. Change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, pat on the back, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I'm going to adjust our camera angle. Wee, okay, lying on your back. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, bring your heels together, let your toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. You can inhale to your nose, and then exhale to your nose. At some point, I'm sure I've read to you a Mary Oliver poem or two, and there's a poem that ends with this line that, you know, has always stuck with me and is stuck with a lot of people. It's a famous line in one of her poems, but it goes, you know, what are you going to do with this one wild and precious life? What are you going to do with this one wild and precious life? And I read a little blurb on that recently where somebody says, never forget that what Mary Oliver chose to do with her one wild and precious life was rock around fields and, you know, talk about flowers and write poetry, right? She wasn't like, I mean, she did in her own way change the world, but it's not like she was, you know, I don't know, getting a PhD in neuroscience or like fixing world hunger, right? Her place in the world was to like ponder and ask those questions. And her place in the world was also to like take rest and to like enjoy being in nature. And I really believe that like all of us not only have like a unique gift to share with the world or unique talents to share with the world, but I also really believe that like our rest is God-given, if you believe in a higher power, or that our rest is like we are inherently worthy of rest, the same way that we're like inherently worthy of love by virtue of being human, right? Same thing with rest. So yoga, on the one hand, yoga can be an opportunity to push yourself, right? Struggle a little harder, don't give up, strengthen your muscles, stretch your muscles. I love that aspect of yoga. But on the other hand, don't forget that yoga is also about remembering like how worthy of rest you are, and that Savasana, in every style of yoga, Savasana is the most important posture for a reason, right? So we're going to come back to the Savasana throughout the rest of class, but just remember that you're inherently worthy of rest. And if you ever need to take a break in class, like that is a beautiful place to be in. Pavanamuktasana, winter moving pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor without lifting your head, tuck your chin in a little bit, look down the center line of your body, pull and breathe. Change, right leg down, pull your left knee out and down. Now the trick is whenever you need to take rest in class or whenever you want to take rest in class, can you still keep your mind with your body? So make it like good rest, right? Rather than like checking my phone or mind wandering rest, make it like I'm still in my breath, still in my body rest. Change. Left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a big hug for coming to class today. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor. Without lifting your head, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor. Let your belly button be heavy like lead. Press your shins into your forearms, hips onto the floor. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down, eyes open, take a breath. Go again, second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, switch the grip. Other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down. So again, sometimes, in the first set of a posture, you will realize, you know what, I shouldn't be doing this posture today. That is like aggravating an injury or it doesn't feel good, right? That's okay. Your second set can always be rest. Same way that your first set can be rest. Pull down, change, right leg down, bend your left leg up. If you are doing the posture, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. You're putting a little bit of pressure on the lower abdomen here. This posture is good for digestion. If your right calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, flex your right toes back to your face. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a big hug, squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, breathe, squeeze, hold. And change, arms down and eyes open. But think about everything you do within this 90-minute set as part of your yoga practice. So like if you need to get up and grab water, right, do it in like a mindful way. If you need to take a break from a posture, still staying with your breath, staying with your body. If you need to like fix your shorts, right, somehow make that mindful too. So everything you do is part of your yoga practice. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit up, roll off to the side, knee on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana. Good for the spine, pregnancy modification, or just modification if you have a stomach ache or anything like that, is fish pose on your back. Otherwise, place your hands on the floor below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch, lock your legs, look up and lift, stretch your upper body off the floor. So one of the things that I love about this sequence of yoga is there's lots of tried and true modifications and posture variations, including for people who are like pregnant, breastfeeding, have had like breast reduction or augmentation, people with like, an abdominal surgery. There's lots of postures that you can do so that you don't have to be on your stomach here, right? Otherwise, lock your legs, point your toes, squeeze your butt. Push your feet, hips, and hands down. Lift your chest up. Good. Change. Slowly lower down. Look to your right. Left ear on your mat. Arms down. Palms face the ceiling. Toes together. Heels fall open. And throughout class, there's lots of modifications and variations. So, if you're ever going through a season of your life where something just doesn't work for your body, don't hesitate to reach out. I might not have like perfect answer, but I'll have other questions to ask and Probably some tips and tricks up my sleeve. Second set, bring your chin forward, place your hands on the floor just below your shoulders, zip up your legs, toes and heels touch, lock your legs, look up and lift, stretch your upper body off the floor. Hug your elbows in towards your sides, roll your shoulders back and down, stretch your elbows towards your hips, keep your feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your back. So you want to lift your kneecaps. So the quadricep muscles are contracted, the knees start to lift up, but the feet and hips stay on the floor. Push your feet down, push your hips and hands down, lift your chest up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, look to your left, right here on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. And selfishly, as a yoga teacher, part of why I always invite people to like ask me questions is because the more questions you ask, the more I learn, right? So if you come to me with like a pinky toe injury and I've never heard of a pinky toe injury before, I might not have the answer. But if you come to me and we figure something out together, the next time somebody comes to me with a pinky toe injury, I can be like, I've done this before. Here's what I think we should do. So, you also help other people, right? When you like ask for postures and modifications. Pretty cool. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust, just regular locust, Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms straight, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. One day pinky fingers touch, spread your fingers wide. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Press your shoulders down, stretch your big toe back, lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your leg up, change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Keep your hip and forearm in contact. Press your shoulders down, triceps tight, spread your fingers wide. Lock your left leg, point your left toes, lift your thigh up, change, left leg down, third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, roll forward, lift both legs up, come up. Everybody come up, you can do it, struggle a little harder. Don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up, change, slowly lower down, bring your arms out, look to the right, left ear on your mat, take a breath. So the yoga profession, just like any other profession, has a, like a paradoxical problem, which is the closer you get to retirement, the more valuable you are, right? So like the best yoga teachers are like 65, 70 years old, and you wouldn't necessarily know it looking at them, right? Because when we think yoga bodies, right, we usually think like young, thin white woman, and here's this old dude, right? But he has like, or she or they has like years of knowledge, right? And that's kind of the paradox of sometimes the people with the most knowledge to share in yoga are the people that don't necessarily look like they have the most knowledge to share, at least from like our Western perception of what yoga bodies look like. Bring your chin forward, arm straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you as best you can, spread your fingers wide, lock your right leg, point your right toes and lift your right leg up. And in a lot of yoga communities right now, there's like a little bit of a sadness there that a lot of teachers that like popularized yoga in the 70s and 80s, not just in this style of yoga, but other styles of yoga, are now reaching retirement age, right? Press your shoulders down, lift your leg up, change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. And so if you ever, if there's like a traveling teacher who's been teaching for 40 years, it's a cool thing about Zoom too, it might be easier to see them go, right? Because they're not going to be there forever. Press your shoulders down, spread your fingers wide, lock your left leg, lift your leg up, change, left leg down, third part, tuck your chin in a little bit, mouth down, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, roll forward, lift both legs up, come up, everybody come up, mouth down, shoulders down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your thighs up, hold, freeze, breathe, change, lower down, arms out, look to the left, right here on your mat, take a breath. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust, chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings, zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up, and lift, arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. Beautiful, Corey, like a 747, taking off, just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where eyes go, body knows to follow. Keep your hands at a 45-degree angle so the palms aren't facing down, but they're also not all the way forward. It's a gentle shoulder opener. Stretch the arms apart, keep the feet together, lock your legs, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to your right, left ear on your mat, inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Second section, forward, arms out to the side, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up and lift. Everything lifting off the floor, so nice. So this is a great opener for your chest and shoulders. It's also a nice back bend, right? Keep your neck long so you're not dropping your head all the way down, but you're also not jamming it all the way back. You're strengthening all of the muscles that surround your back. Pretty cool. Lock your legs, knees, feet together, point your toes, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, arms up a little higher, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to your left, right ear on your mat, inhale, exhale. Dhanurasana floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and kick into your hands. You could also do bridge pose on your back. Squeeze your butt, point your toes, roll forward, freeze between your ribs and hips, do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Notice if your knees are way wider than your hips. Try to bring your knees in a little bit so your ankles, knees, and hips are relatively in line. Squeeze the shoulders together, open through the heart space, keep your neck long. So again, you're not dropping your head down, but you're also not jamming it all the way back. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, look to your right, left ear on your mat. I remember when I was a new teacher, I would get like, it's a weird law of attraction. I would get people asking me questions that even today, I don't know that I would have a good answer for, but certainly then it was like deeply anatomical, like very specific questions that I had no idea, but I was like, you know, scared to be like, I don't know. So I'd try to answer the questions, and a fellow yoga teacher was like, yeah, when you're a new teacher, it's like they can smell it. They'll ask you all these like, you know, these weird questions. But the longer I've taught, the more that I've really come to realize often the best answer to a question is like, I don't know, let me do some research, let me ask around. And I think that's true outside of yoga too, right? Like I deeply trust people who are willing to say, I don't know the answer, but I'll look around and ask around. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside. Probably not a good sign if someone in any field has the answer for everything every time, right? Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. So that also means if you ever ask a yoga teacher for like advice and they don't give you sound advice, or they're like, I'm not sure, that's not a bad thing, right? You're helping them learn as well. It's a symbiotic relationship. Squeeze inner thighs together, point your toes, keep your wrists straight, neck long, look up to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Feels so good. Change slowly, lower down, look to your left, right ear on your mat. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat. This is also an ideal time to grab a sip of water. Beautiful. Okay. Come towards the top of your mat. I'm going to show you in for free. Open your knees, open your feet. As you're ready, you're going to walk your hands back. Eventually sit down between your heels. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Remember, you can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. If you can sit down between your heels and you're not in any pain, put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, left elbow down, go slow, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Looks good. You want a gentle stretch, never a point of pain. Just a nice stretch to the toes, the ankles, the knees, the quads and hips, never a point of pain. All you have to do is breathe, focus on what you can do. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. Yay, Corey, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I was watching you, like, don't get stuck. Okay, turn, lie on your back. Let your feet stretch out, let everything realign. I'll say this partially as a joke. Another joy of mine as a yoga student and teacher is finding new ways to like fall out of a posture, get stuck into a posture, do something really weird in a posture, right? Like it's not necessarily pleasant when you are in that experience, but it is wild the various ways that you can accidentally come out of a posture, get stuck in a posture, twist out, right? Whatever it is. I've seen some crazy stuff over the years. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Good. Turn, come to the top of your mat. Second set, you can sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, open your feet, and eventually sit down on your heels. Sorry, sit between your heels. Whew. Almost getting ahead of myself. Put your palms on your soles. Right elbow down, left elbow down. Drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, back shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, maybe other elbow on top. If you're all the way in and you want to get a deeper stretch, you can bring your shoulders closer to your hips and really tuck your chin in so the neck is long and the middle and lower spine bend. And if that's easy, you can bring your knees back together, but knees never come off the floor. The knees can stay separated the whole time. Bikram says you can have one knee in LA, one knee in New York, no problem. Change, put your hands on your feet. Push yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I have a memory of Whitney, who many of you know, doing like full camel in class, and I looked over just in time to see her like twist and then like fall to her side in the posture, and I was like, what was that? She was like, I have no idea, and she was fine, but I often think of that when I think of creative ways to fall out of a posture. Just like falling over to one side, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, Ardha, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, big stretch up, chin away from your chest and go down, stomach in, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, arms straight. Tilt your pinky fingers down, get elbows and wrists off the floor. Just the knife edges of the pinky fingers touch the floor. The rest of your arms are in the air. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down. Nice long neck here. So chin just a little away from your chest. Your chin is not tucked, but it's also not jutting out. Nice long neck. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips back. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up, arms over your ears, chin away from your chest. Arms down, turn around, Savasana. One of my favorite teachers, Mary Jarvis, who's one of those people who unfortunately is at an age where she's nearing retirement and also just holds like a wealth of knowledge of the human body and human experiences in yoga. But she tells a story of like doing a handstand drill with students. She'll do like these day-long workshops where you're doing handstands for like an hour. And at one point, this person who she knew quite well, she just turned and he'd like fallen out of the handstand, and she was like, what are you doing? And he was like, I forgot which way was up. I thought I was standing, so I let go. Like, right? It's just funny how perspectives can literally and metaphorically change in yoga. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So my deepest wish for you in your yoga practice is to get like so into the present moment that you forget which way is up, right? Like what a beautiful gift. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. So there's always spatial awareness, but every once in a while, right, you forget which way is up. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Change, come on up, chin away from your chest. Good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Remember that if the sit-ups ever bother your back, you can skip the sit-ups by rolling off to the side. Conversely, if you haven't tried to sit up in a while, try one every once in a while, right? So the body does change. Keep that in mind. Body changes, mind changes, often in relationship to one another. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Okay, come to the top of your mat, camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between knees and feet. Put your hands on your back, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, lift your nose and chin, and one big head drops back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels, or if you have to lean like way back to grab your heels, keep your hands on your back. Push stomach, thighs, hips forward. You want hips over knees, chest to the ceiling. Look back, look for your toes behind you. Put your hands on your back, change, push yourself up, head up last, stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So I talked a little bit in class about good times to drink water. For example, party time, you know that, and then before triangle, and then before fixed firm. And of course, like on the floor before Savasana, right? This is probably the worst time to drink water. Just so you know, I realized I don't think I've ever said that in a Zoom class. Camel and rabbit are like the worst time to drink water. You don't want to fill up your stomach before you do like a deep back bend or a deep forward curl. If you drink water, it will not kill you, but that is just a reminder. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. I once taught a class where this couple came in and the wife had done it several times. It was the guy's first time, and he went to drink water here and she slapped the water out of his hand and was like, don't do that. Come to the top of your mat. You can open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, bring your elbows together, push your hips forward, lift your chest up. One big head goes back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel. Remember, every day is different, and that's the gift. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back, enjoy the back bend. Change. Put your hands on your back, press yourself up, stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana. So that's a pretty stimulating back bend, right? It's pretty deep spinal compression. But just keep in mind that after that, right, not only do we do 2 sets of rabbit pose, but we also do head to knee pose and then stretching and then spine twist. So if you ever feel like at the point of camel pose, like, gosh, we just did the spine strengthening series, now we're doing camel, that's like a lot of back bends. Keep in mind that the sequence of postures is very much on purpose. And after that big heart opener, we do a lot of stuff to like calm and soothe the central nervous system, including the sit-ups. If you're doing the sit-ups, every sit-up, you want to try to bring your elbows to floor, forehead to knees. You're really rounding, stretching the back. You can always roll off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Wonderful. Turn, come to the middle of your mat for rabbit, Sasandasana. Let's hop to it. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Matrix moment. It's the exact same grip as camel pose. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. So same grip, you're just moving your spine in the other direction. Round your spine, touch your forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. Reach back, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Lock your arms, squeeze your heels, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. letting everything stretch out and realign. Second set, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, so use what you learned in the first set to inform your second set, maybe going a little deeper, maybe doing a little less, maybe a little slower, right? It's up to you. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels, stretch up tall, lengthen the spine, then tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So a trick to spinal movement is to always stretch up first, right, before you round. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If your feet are coming off the floor or your grip is sliding, ease up a little bit, really pull on your heels. And remember that you can keep your hips down the whole time too. Like sometimes just folding forward is enough of a back stretch. Eventually hips come over knees. Squeeze your heels together, squeeze your heels together, squeeze your heels together. Sometimes you have to hear things a few times to internalize them. So if nobody has told you yet today, you are loved, you are loved, you are so loved. Change. Hips down, slowly uncurl, take your time, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, letting everything stretch out. I have to tell you, at like 9:55 a.m. today, I was like, I really don't want to do yoga now. And in my mind, I was like, by the end of class, you're going to be so glad. And I was like, I don't know, like, I really don't want to do yoga right now. And right now I'm like, so glad that we're practicing yoga together. So thank you for being part of that. So happy to be here. And I hope you, I hope from time to time you have a similar moment of should I, and then you do, and then you're like, yes, so glad. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat, Sharasana, head to knee pose. Right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L and 90-degree angle. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee, interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing, under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, big stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead and knee together. Now, if your forehead and knee don't touch with a straight leg, that's really normal. Bend your left leg, touch your knee and head together. Practice the grip for standing head to knee. Interlock your 10 fingers, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here and stretch up. Otherwise, lay down and sit up. Vajrasana stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes, middle and index fingers, peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, puff up your chest and fold. Stick your butt out a little bit. Roll the shoulders back and down, spiral inner thighs down, flex pinky toes back, lock your legs, keep pulling, keep stretching, touch forehead to toes one day. Change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. I am grateful every single day to be a yoga teacher. And there are some days that as a yoga student, I'm like, I don't really want to do this. And I do it anyways. I would I would say don't believe anyone who says that they're like happy to do yoga every day, right? This is like part of having a lifelong relationship with yourself, right? It's like having a meeting with yourself. And it's also a little bit cumulative, like putting money in the savings account. So on the days where maybe you don't want to, but you can, you show up and you do it anyways. And then on the days where like life gets in the way, right, you have that like money in the bank saved up, right? Your health, your wealth, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat, second set, right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L. Touch the sole of your left foot into your inner right thigh. So make sure that your leg isn't on top of your foot. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee. If your leg is bent and it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together, kick your heel forward. If your leg is straight, lock your leg, heel off the floor, elbows to floor, stomach in, left rib cage down, right rib cage up, two shoulders in line. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, two legs make a 90-degree angle, no wider, stretch up. Turn to your left, chin to chest, go down. This is our third and final Sharasana compression, head to knee posture.
Front side compression, squeeze and compressing the abdominal wall as you round your spine. Right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Change.
Arms up, both legs out in front of you. You can stay here or lay down and sit up. Stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. Again, knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out a little bit, get sassy, and lock your legs, lock your arms, puff up your chest and fold. So rather than rounding and tugging, you want to lengthen, stomach to thighs, pull, chest to knees stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. I really do believe that we are like the luckiest people in the world to get to practice yoga. There are people who have no idea that it is possible to like feel this good in your body or to be this accepting even when you don't feel this good in your body. There's people who have no idea that this exists, right? And we are like so lucky to be able to tap into this, right? This idea of like self-realization, of embodied intentional movement and breath. Like what a gift to give yourself. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat for Ardha Matsyendrasana, half lord of the fish pose, spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to left knee corner. You can also have your left leg long in front of you. Right arm close behind you like a second spine, left arm up and over, draw a circle. Grab your left knee with your left hand, heel and knee all touch in one spot. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look over, right shoulder twist, stomach in, eyes open. Option to keep your right hand on the floor or reach behind you, catch your waistband, or one day, your left thigh with your right hand. Notice if you're leaning to one side or leaning back, stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling, evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in, exhale, look over, right shoulder twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs, bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee. Remember, you can also keep your right leg long in front of you. Left arm behind you, right arm up and over. If you can't grab your knee, grab your mat so you have like something to hold on to. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. You can keep your left hand behind you or reach behind you and grab your right thigh. Point your right toes, keep your left foot on the floor, right knee on the floor, spine straight, chest lifted, shoulders down, eyes open, looking over that left shoulder, look for the wall behind you. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist and twist and twist. Feels so good. Okay, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. We began with the breathing, well, we begin 26 into yoga with a breathing exercise, exhaling through the mouth, and we end full circle with another breathing exercise, Kapalabhati, still shining breathing, exhaling through the mouth. Nice little rinse for the internal body, right? It's good for lungs, digestion, abdominal wall. Legs together, arms over your head. One final sit up. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Make it a good one. Okay, come to the middle of your mat and towel. You're going to sit in Vajrasana, firm pose, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, sit on your butt. You can either sit crisscross applesauce or with legs out in front of you. Every once in a while, try to sit like this. It's a little bit easier on your diaphragm when you breathe. You're going to exhale rapidly through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, you're going to pull your abdomen in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs will automatically take in air. It's pretty cool. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're pregnant or have high blood pressure, stay with the slow exhale in the second set. Otherwise, we will speed it up. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall, and begin. high 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Get as big or as small as you want. You can inhale through your nose, savor the inhale, feel your chest rise and your ribs expand. You can exhale through your nose, enjoy the exhale, feel your chest fall and your ribs contract. There's so very much in our life, especially these days where it's quite apparent, right, that we can't control everything or we can't control much at all. Sometimes it feels like not much is working in our favor. If you just take a moment to sit still and breathe, you realize at any given time how very much your body is working for you, right? Lungs expanding and contracting, heart pumping, synapses firing, skin regenerating, organs working, right? All just to help you breathe. All just to help you enjoy this one wild, precious life.